hello. Hello, everyone. Oh, happy new week. This is such an important week that I can't wait to share the energy that is coming through. So for those of you who are new to my channel, who are new to my work and new to me, my name is Abigail Mensah Bonsu. I am the CEO and founder of the Moon Goddess Publishing, the Moon Goddess Academy, and the Moon Goddess Circles. Welcome to this week's Goddess Energy Forecast. Let's begin. So first things first, we have masters coming in to support you through this week. That's how important from this point forward, for like till like the end of the year, basically. Like this is like what I'm getting is like self-mastery time. There's two major things going on. Eclipse season has officially started. So this week brings about the first eclipse of the year, and it is the lunar eclipse, and this is going to be with the Sagittarius full moon coming up this week. And then on top of that, we have not our first retrograde, but Saturn retrograde, because we've had a couple of retrogrades already. Venus is already Venus was the first to go retrograde this year. It was in retrograde in, let's see here, I think it was December. Yeah, Venus went in retrograde in December and is still in retrograde all the way till next year in January, like the end of January. So it is like, I mean, if you love Venus, you know, you look into that because it's such a powerful, potent portal that it opens for us. And then Pluto also went retrograde in April, and Pluto is in retrograde till October 6th. Right. And so those two already started a retrograde. And then now we're about to add, well, I should say Saturn is about to join the party. And I really love Saturn. Actually, I love all of them because this is like a chance for us to dive in deep and get clear, slow down, and really master whatever our soul is here to do. So such an important time for us. So Saturn went retrograde on Sunday, the 23rd, and it's going to be in retrograde till October 10th. And then at the end of this month, so on the 30th, or the 29th, actually, Mercury is also going to join the party till October as well. So you can see, like, we are in retrograde, like powerful planet. This is not just like, you know, Mercury retrograde, you know, and then it stops. Like, we are in retrograde like all year. Like, it's crazy, right? Powerful planets in retrograde. So let me share a little bit about these planets. You can kind of have a feel of what they are, the gifts that they're bringing us. Okay. So, and I already talked about the eclipses. So we have the first eclipse that is happening this week with the full moon in Sagittarius. And then, you know, there are other ones that are coming throughout. There's three more that will be coming up this year. Okay, so Venus retrograde, it basically signifies a good time to review money, love, and old relationships. So, you know, again, we're in this till next year, the end of January next year. So pay attention to what is coming up for you to clear, to shift, to transform around money, love, relationships, beauty, because Venus also represents beauty. So really facing the ugly and transforming, bringing light to the ugly and transforming that to beauty, right? And I'm talking about beauty within and also beauty around you. How can you create more beauty in your life? And then let's go to Pluto. So Pluto being in retrograde, has been in retrograde since April 27th, and it's going to continue till October. So Pluto retrograde is bringing us, it's a good time to reflect on making changes and transforming. So Pluto is the planet of transformation, right? Venus is the planet of love, of relationship, of money, right? Of beauty, right? So these are the themes that you will see popping up for us to really master on. And then Pluto is the planet that represents transformation. And we are in this retrograde, like till October, right? Transformation. Where in your life is being transformed. So Saturn coming in this week, on the 23rd through October as well. This is a good time to focus on your long-term goals, responsibilities, and how you face the adversities before reaching success. I'm going to read this again. Saturn retrograde is a good time to focus on your long-term goals, responsibilities, and how you face the adversities before reaching success. Saturn is the planet, I always call it the general planet, right? It's about responsibilities. What do you need to take responsibility for? What do you need to actually step into responsibility? Like, you need to be responsible for your life. And Saturn makes sure that that comes into fruition. There was another thing about Saturn, the long-term goals, right? Saturn is about what is it that your soul wants to accomplish. This is how we, it's like how we can break it down. Saturn is the planet for Capricorn. So think about the Capricorn energy, right? Let's see, is it Saturn for Capricorn? I think it is. Okay. So think about that energy. Like, this is my plan. This is my long-term plan. If you know any Capricorns in your life, like, they are not afraid to make that plan and go for it and actually implement it, right? So this is Saturn energy really coming in to help us do that. So you can see like how, and of course, Mercury being the planet of communication, of our voice, our throat chakra, of technology. So Mercury going retrograde is a good time to work on old projects, save money, and of course they always say avoid signing any important contracts, because at this time communication, what happens is that, and this is what I always tell my clients, that what happens is like that what word am I looking for? The lid they usually, or the control they usually have on what you're saying. You're very careful about it. You kind of sweet, make it sweet a little bit. You don't really say everything you want, like you're careful about it. When Mercury retrograde happens, like that lid is off. You say things like it is, right? So communication is definitely influenced. So when they say don't sign any important contracts, because there's a lot that it definitely influences that. So pay attention to that. But it's about communication. It's about our technology. But most important about retrogrades is telling us to slow the heck down. Slow down, right? Let's see here. Let me make sure we're good. Okay, we're good. It's about slowing down, and that's so important. Okay, so at first I talked about how the Ascended Masters are coming in to support us this week. Beloved Isis is also coming in. Like, she came in very strongly. She's going to be leading the way this week, and probably like through this retrograde and eclipse times. Like, it's such a powerful time that we're in. And then I went through the eclipse season, which has started. That has officially started, and we have 4 this year, right? And then of course the rest of the retrograde. There's even more planets that will be joining in the party. We have, let's see here. Let me pull my chart up. So we have Jupiter coming into the mix in June. We have Uranus coming in the mix in August, and we have Neptune coming in the mix in June as well. So we will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 major planets in retrograde this year. Like, it's amazing. It is completely amazing. Like, this is a powerful time for you to get attuned to your soul. What is it that you're really here to do? And transform some major things and really step in fully to who you are. I mean, it is an amazing time that we're in. Like, I can't say that enough. Okay. So with that said, as always, I am itching to bring in the messages from this divine masters of light and beloved Isis. So let's go ahead and get centered as we always do. So go ahead and place your hand on your heart, taking some deep breaths in and out. Breathe into your heart. Imagine that ball of light within your heart, and with each breath, this ball of light gets bigger, brighter, and more powerful. Now bring your awareness to that ball of light at the top of your head, which represents source light. Okay, so the source light, and see a channel, like almost like you have like this plug-in cord. Just reach up and plug right into that ball of light and begin to receive that light. See that light flow down your channel and anchor into your heart. The same thing, send your roots. So there's 3 tap roots. So roots coming from your left leg, your right leg, and then from the base of your spine. And send these huge tap roots down through the layers of the earth. And again, when you reach the center of the earth, you see this beautiful heart matrix of the Divine Mother. Go ahead and again, just plug it into that matrix. Whatever that looks like. It might look like water. It might look like lava. It might look like a ball of light. Whatever it represents for you, it's okay. Just plug right into it and begin to receive that flow up your roots. Bring it all the way up through your legs, and let it come into your heart, where it mixes in with the Divine Father's light. And the moment it mixes in, it just explodes out and creates this beautiful golden bubble of light all around you. And I want you to just breathe. From this space of centeredness and connectedness, go ahead and call in your higher self to come into your heart, and as well as your Holy Spirit self to come into your heart now. And go ahead and call in your divine team, your divine posse, I call them, to come and surround you at this time. And see them appear and create this beautiful, another layer, another circle all around you. Feel their support, feel their love for you. And I'm getting to ask your angels, so you can even use this affirmation. Call the angels in and ask them to be in front of you, behind you, to the right of you, to the left of you, above and below and all around you, and to walk with you through this powerful transformative times that we're in. And you can go ahead and extend this protection, this angelic protection, to all your loved ones as well. Just ask them to surround them as well. And I always see them like surrounded in this golden bubble of light. Beautiful. And from this space, go ahead and ask, which of these messages is for me? 1, 2, or 3. Once you have received your number or numbers, go ahead and open your eyes, still being centered, open and ready to receive your message for the week. All right. Ooh, this is powerful. Okay. I love this. Okay. And of course, the first page I open in the book is like Isis. Like, I'm serious. Like, look at that. That's the first page. And that's not even one of the messages that came in. She's like the main one that came in to support all of us, right? But it's very cool that we get the confirmation. Like, she's like, I'm here. Don't forget me. How can we forget you? Oh, we can never forget you. That's my girl. Oh, I've been rolling with her since I was born. Like, she helped me bring me back to life after I was born. So that's one of my crew. All right. So if you were drawn to card number 1, or if you received card number 1, you are working with, and let me go ahead and find him real quick. I love this Ascended Master. Actually, I love all the Ascended Masters of Light, because they are powerful, powerful beings that get to come here to teach us how or where we need to master and how we can master that, like whatever that is, right? So if you were drawn to card number 1, you are working with beloved El Moya, and he's bringing in awakening presence. So his teachings of mastery for you is about awakening presence. And here is his message. First, about El Moya, if you don't know about him. El Moya is a spiritual name that was given to protect the identity of Ranbir Singh, a spiritually aware man born into a powerful family that ruled Kashmir, a region in the Indian subcontinent, in the 19th century. It is said that he interceded both spiritually and physically to stop the British invasion of the region in 1845. The wise soul is now able to help us remove any energy from our life that is not serving our connection to God. He is a wonderful guide to call on if we are unsure if something is real or not. He helps awaken our I am presence, which is our truest connection to our soul and to the universe itself. So here's this message for you. Spiritual protection is important at this time. Ensure that you are cleansing your energy before putting on protection. I love this. This is very important. This is something I teach my clients. You know, a lot of people don't talk about that, like when you're putting protection around you. Like when I plug you into Source and the Divine Mother and the energy flows in, they are actually clearing your energy field. They're aligning you. They're activating you before we put that golden bubble of light around you. Because what happens when you don't clear your field, when you don't clear your energy first and you put the protection around you, that energy is stuck. Right. So it's always good I just plug in, like I don't even have to worry about, okay, what do I need to clear my energy? I just plug into Source and Divine Mother, and that takes care of that. And also from their love and light, from their blessing, they create that shield around me, which I know it is in perfect alignment with me, my soul, and everything that I am. Right. So important. Okay. El Moya is here with a legion of angels to help you understand where you are now, where you are at now. Fire up your divine connection and detach from dramas, people, places, and emotions that no longer serve you. Remember that within you, there's a mighty soul light. Allow that light to shine through your entire being. Then call on El Moya and his angels to surround you in a light that will keep you safe on all levels. So I love that he said, where is it? Remember that within you, there is a mighty soul light. So when I do the connection, like at the beginning, and you breathe into that light in your heart, that's what he's talking about there. Also know that facing fears and seeing the truth will strengthen your connection to the universal life force. The universe is with you. Wear a cloak of protection and love. If you just do what I walk you through at the beginning, you got that part set where you plug in, bubble of light, your circle of support team around you, like you're good, like that takes care of all of that. So if you want to like come back and like listen to that, to kind of use that or have that as your ritual every day, like that's powerful right there, right? And then of course call the angels too to come in. So he says the universe is with you. Wear a cloak of protection and love. Now, one thing I'm getting, since this is the start of eclipse season, and we're adding 2 more planets to the retrograde cycles, I'm feeling like this message that you're receiving this week is really going to be key in making sure that you have a smooth sailing through this. I wanted to say turbulence because it can be. It is just a very powerful time. But it will allow you to have a smooth sailing and get clarity so that you can really harness the power of what these planets and this eclipse season is really bringing to us. So again, if you're drawn to card number 1, El Moya, the universe is with you. Wear a cloak of protection and love. So of course, we're all also getting that message from Isis. So if you were drawn to card number 1, this is your Isis card. And it says past life, present power. Past life, present power. As the soul grows in service to the great feminine and her intention that all beings be healed and free, it gathers internal resources to assist on the path. These resources include power and gifts from other lifetimes. You are currently integrating past life abilities. Be open to what is taking place as your soul awakens ancient power and abilities within you. So card number one, you're working with El Moya to really awaken your presence. And El Moya is really teaching you the importance of cloaking, like having a cloak of protection around you, a cloak of protection and love around you. And then Isis is coming in to really help you integrate your past life abilities and gifts, which if you have been working with past life, that's the whole purpose of connecting to your past life. It's not so that you can go back there and live that life. It's so that you can pull the gifts that you need for this lifetime, right? And integrate that so that you can actually have the tools that you need to be successful in this lifetime. So card number one for you, this is powerful. Isis, past life, present power, integrating all your past lives. All right, let's go ahead and move on to card number two. If card number two called to you, you are working with beloved Joan of Arc. I love it. She's one of my close ones too. So it's like Isis, Joan of Arc, Mary Magdalene, Mother Mary, Master Jesus the Christ. Like they're all part of my posse. Kuthumi. Oh my gosh, yes. So card number two, Joan of Arc. And she is here to activate your voice of truth, to master your voice. So let's see what message she has for you. There we go. So a little bit about Joan of Arc, if you don't know her story. She has such a powerful story. She was so young when she heard that soul calling to lead France into freedom and victory. And she went for it, like without doubt. She was so young. You know, she had a vision from an archangel about what she needed to do. And she led an army to freedom. Like it blows my mind. At the end, she did get burned and persecuted, you know, as all of that, the histories, of course, right? Oh, but her story is so empowering, and she really comes in to teach you how to follow your soul's mission, right? So if you were drawn to this card, I wouldn't be surprised if you got like a clear sign of what you're here to do, whether through dream or whether through someone giving you that message, but something really clear and powerful. They like, okay, this is what I'm here to do. And you know, like you feeling it on every cell of your being and going for it. So a little bit about Joan of Arc first, and then we'll move into her message. Joan of Arc was a medieval French peasant girl who is reported to have been visited by Archangel Michael, another one of my posse, and other saints who gave her information on how she could help Charles the Seventh save France from English domination. She was only a teenager when she went into battle for her country and won a huge victory. Can you imagine that? Right? Only a teenager. And that's it. Oh man. She was, however, later captured and burned at the stake. These days, she is a supremely loving guide to all those who want to stand up against the odds. Stand up against the odds. That's a powerful message right there. She also helps many light workers overcome their fear of persecution, especially if you have experienced many of these in the past life. Like she's going to help you to really clear that so that you can step into your full power without being afraid that that will happen again. So important. Here's a message for you. You are being encouraged to stand strong. Oh, I got number two as well. So you are being encouraged to stand strong. You may feel unrecognized and misunderstood, but that doesn't mean you have to give up on the mission you feel called to fulfill. You must follow the will of your soul and exercise your leadership spirit by speaking your truth. You may feel as if you are on a battlefield, but this conflict will come to an end as soon as you stop defending yourself. Oh, I love that. I'm going to read that again. You may feel as if you're on a battlefield, But this conflict will come to an end as soon as you stop defending yourself. Because you know what? You have a whole badass team who are doing that for you, right? That's why it's so important for you to recognize that team. Like I'm telling you, go back to what I just walked you through to tune in and just bring in those support, because they will do that for you. You got to call them in and open up for the help. Oh, I'm so excited for you guys. Like this is, so good. Okay. So let's see here. You are not here to prove yourself to others. Instead, approve of yourself. You are not here to prove yourself to others. Instead, approve yourself. Know that your angels are on your side and that heaven is thanking you for being the honest soul that you are. Stand strong. Focus on your purpose. Release the fear of persecution and speak your truth. Stand strong. Focus on your purpose. Release the fear of persecution and speak your truth. Joan of Arc, my dears. She is like seriously right here with me. I mean, it's no surprise that I got this card, right? And I was like, yep, here we go. Let's do this. And then message from beloved Isis. So if you're drawn to card number 2, here's your message from beloved Isis. She said, divine sisterhood. Letting the divine feminine nourish you now into new relationships, collaborations, community, and friendships is very wise. There are many souls with whom you have spiritual contracts decided upon before you were born, who wish to help you and whom you can help too, as you grow together in peace and light and wisdom. Yes, please. How many of you received card number 2 and you're like sitting there like, hell yeah, yes, and more, please. I've already been experiencing this and I'm saying more, please. And I love that it's a co-creation thing, like a supporting each other, growing with each other thing, because that is sisterhood. So I'm going to read this again because it's so delicious. Letting the divine feminine nourish you now into new relationships, collaborations, community, and friendships is very wise. There are many souls with whom you have spiritual contracts decided upon before you were born, who wish to help you and whom you can help too, as you grow together in peace and light and wisdom. The other part that is coming in, since we're talking about sisterhood and the divine feminine, part of this is allowing Mother Earth to also nourish you. Again, going back to the visualization I walked you through at the beginning, tap into Mother Earth and feel her light just engulf you. Also physically connecting to nature, sitting on the grass, going for a walk, going for a hike, connecting to the trees, the flowers, the plants. You feel it? Yeah. All right. So that was card number 2, Joan of Arc, Divine Sisterhood. Okay. Now, if you are drawn to card number 3, I love this Egyptian god. Divine Masculine, Serapis Bay. And if you're drawn to card number 3, it's all about ascension for you. Serapis Bay, bringing in ascension. So let's see what he has for you. And first, of course, we're going to go through who he is. So if you don't know who this Ascended Master is, Serapis Bay is the light keeper in charge of ascension. He once served as a priest in Luxor, Egypt, helping those passing on to cross over into the light. Now he is a presence we can call on in order to ascend. So I want to talk a little bit about ascension here. I feel like for the longest time, ascension has been seen as leaving the physical body behind and, going somewhere instead. But what ascension really means is bringing the physical body on the level of your higher consciousness. Remember, you are a higher conscious being, right? And so as your consciousness goes up, your physical body has to be brought up with it so that you can fully integrate and become full and one right? It's not like your higher consciousness is over here and your physical being is stuck here. This is what happens when, you know, like you have someone who's like really spiritually attuned, but then their physical life is a mess because there's no connection. There's a disconnection with the physical body. So ascension is literally the physical body rising up in frequency to match your higher consciousness. Very important. You cannot ascend without your physical body. You cannot. Okay? Don't escape. So let's read this. Now he is a presence we can call on in order to ascend. Ascension means rising up. It reminds us of the story of Christ being resurrected after death. That means that Serapis Bey can guide us from the lowest state of being back to the light. His energy is almost like that of a phoenix, giving us the support to move out of our own hell or darkness into a space that supports our growth. Yes, please. So I got 2 cards. It was 2 and 3. So this is totally. Here's his message for us. The stars cannot shine without darkness. You may have experienced a low state of being, trauma, or depression, but this is a new beginning. Yes, please. Become aware of growth. There's always room for improvement. There's also a sense of presentation now. You may be receiving documentation or certification to acknowledge your growth or experience. It's important to cherish this time and to realize that without the challenges or obstacles you have faced, you wouldn't be as strong, powerful, or focused as you are today. Absolutely. You are ascending personally and spiritually at this time, and the universe is here to support you. Move into your true self. Rise above the darkness. The light is here. Move into your true self. Rise above the darkness. The light is here. Serapis Bey. And your message from beloved Isis, we have the Eye of Horus. Oh my gosh, like all of these messages are so powerful. Like, I hope you feel how powerful the times we are in, like the fact that these masters of light are like, we are stepping in at this time because we are needed more now, right? So Eye of Horus, here's the message. The Eye of Horus brings divine perception, protection, and insight. You are gifted with certain spiritual abilities, including divine sight, that are awakening and growing now. You have much divine support and protection so that you may grow your abilities and serve others with your divine gifts. Trust your perception and know that you are divinely protected. Eye of Horus. So there's something in here that I wanted to, let's see here. What did I say? There's a message that was also coming through. You're gifted with certain spiritual ability. Oh, this is the second time, actually third time that I have received this message that more of my spiritual abilities are coming on board. This is what I want to say, everyone. What I'm noticing, or the messages that are coming through, is this. If you are a healer, if you are a channeler, if you're a medium, you know, like the titles, don't stop there. That's not all you are. Because right now you're about to open up to even more of you. Regardless of where you think you've reached in your mastery, that is not the ceiling. That will never be the ceiling. You have to continue. This is why they say to continue to be the student, because there's always more opening for you. There's more to you that wants to come online at this time. And so get out of that box, whatever box you've put yourself into. I'm telling you, like, I thought that all my, spiritual gifts have been online. I was like, I'm good. And then the beginning of this year, I started speaking light language, right? Like if I had just said, this is it, done, stuck right here, right? that would not have come alive. And then now I'm also getting more message that more is coming. It's so interesting because this morning it was very clear. I was listening to a talk, and she was channeling these ascended masters, and Mother Mary showed up. Mary Magdalene showed up, right? You know, the rose lineage. I'm going to call it the rose lineage. The women of the rose, they all came in and they're like, it's time for you to channel us. Now, I've always been a channel, right? If you've worked with me before, if you've been listening to this, you know that that's just a natural process. The higher wisdom flows through me very easily. And so I'm really excited to see what this part of channeling will be, what this next level of channeling will be about. Like, I'm so excited to bring in the messages from these masters of light to really come through. Here's the thing with the masters of light. There we go. That's what wanted to come through. When you're working with the master of light, when you are working with the master of light, it's not that they're higher here and you're here. Here's the thing. When an ascended master of light gets paired with you or shows up to you, that is because you are in alignment with that master of light. That's one. Two, it could be also because that's the ascended master lineage you're from. So for example, my lineage or my spiritual DNA codon is coded with Mary Magdalene. So I'm very connected to Mary Magdalene and the Rose lineage, right? So anyone else is included, which includes Joan of Arc, Mother Mary, like all of them in the Rose lineage, I'm connected with them. But it's not about they're here and you're here. You're here, they're here. There's a match. Like, I'm going to put it together. There is a match. You are them. They see themselves in you. You see yourselves in them. I want you, like, especially begin with who you received this week. Begin to try to identify how you see them in you, and open up and allow them to show you how they see you in them. That's what makes it very powerful. So this week's messages have been really powerful, right? So just close your eyes. I'm just going to ask the angels to just clear, just kind of smooth your wings, your angelic wings. Go ahead and just unleash your angelic wings. If you haven't activated unleash your wings, just ask. Let's do that right now. Ask your angels, ask your guides, ask the ascended masters to come in and help you unfurl your wings, unfurl your power, open up your power. Open up your freedom. And I'm going to ask the angels just come in and just use your wings to just smooth you over, to seal any energy leakages within your bubble, within your field, within your matrix. Just breathe and receive it. You can, I feel like angelic wings just engulfing me right now. Like, just, ooh, I love my angels. Oh, I love them so. I'm so in love with them. Just breathe and receive. Just breathe and receive. You feel it? I'm getting upgrades going on, activations going on. Just breathe and receive. Suri kitiara satiana no katiara sua yari sini suri kikiatere yara no wasa uru si atiana na sia kwa yara suri nyakiatia uru si anakitiura satiara uru sati ki kitura satino wakiara arasania nasuru wakia turu si atiara ura sinia kiatino wakitia ura selno wakiatira sarya ura sini suru kitia shutira suru kikia churwa tira suru wakitia nasara kirwara duru hakia su chura yara senin kitira satira kukwatira turu suru kitiera na arasa tiara kukwatira sikia ninua satira surwa eyara suru akukwatira sa ora zinia kikia uru hatia kikia shati tirawa wasanya kiatirawa uasira akiasa Uara sinina kraki dia. Uraki me siri kidin wasia. Oresi aki urusu. So atia surya ura satina atiru sututua ya surunua kietia arasia loho sia ka uasania kitia uasania kukua kitia shara siara ua kitina sayo oro si kitira wasua aki suru tu eyarasa Turu Satyarakia. Go ahead and lift your hand and just kind of face my hand and just open up to receive the divine upgrade, the divine activation, the divine download, whatever needs to come through you. Just receive. When you're ready, go ahead and just kind of do this. Do you feel it? I feel all nice and bright and shiny. All the way down your legs. Just bring it down. Place your hand on your womb. Just kind of massage it. And then bring your hand to your heart, your chest, and just kind of open it up. Just open it up. Bring it to your voice, to your throat. Now open it up. Open it up. Oh, if there's a sound that wants to come through, allow that sound to come out. Now bring it to your third eye. Open it up. Open it up. Oh, and breathe, 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 breathe. Now bring your hand on your heart and just leave it there and breathe. Thank you, angels. Thank you, beloved masters of light, for showing up for us this powerful time that we're in. Thank you, beloved Isis, for leading the way. Thank you, Divine Posse, our beautiful support group. Thank you for stepping in. Thank you for these beautiful messages of guidance that you have shared with us. Thank you, Divine Father, Divine Mother. Thank you, Higher Self, all that we are. Thank you. Lead the way, lead the way, lead the way. May our souls speak loudly and clearly, and may we hear it on every cell of our being, and may we follow through fearlessly and courageously with love, joy, laughter, and lightness. Breathe. Thank you. So be it, and so it is. So before I close this, just a quick invitation. If you haven't already signed up to join us for the Mercury Retrograde Summit, find the link below, join us. You will get to, perhaps you learn what Mercury is all about and why I'm so in love with Mercury and retrogrades, right? Come join us. It's going to be amazing masters in Mercury, right? The wisdom of Mercury. You don't want to miss this. Step in, get to know Mercury, get to know how you can work with this retrograde that is coming in so that you can be in the flow and harness the gifts that are coming through. And then the last one, of course, I'm still looking for contributors for my book, Miraculous, Miraculous, which is weaving together experiences of life-changing, transformative experiences that change lives in a positive way. So if you're interested in becoming a #1 best-selling author, if you're interested in sharing your story, I would love to hear from you. Find the link below too and apply, and let's see if you're a match for this book. I'm so looking forward to continuing to guide you through this powerful time, doing it from this, like, yeah, I'm so excited to see what will come through to support you all. From my heart to yours, as always, blessings to you. Bye.